I'm Stephanie Rabus, and you're listening to The Jay Franzi Show.
Welcome to The Jay Franzi Show, a behind-the-curtain look at the entertainment industry with insights you can't pay for and stories you've never heard. Now, here's your host, Jay Franzi.
And we are coming at you live. I am Jay Franzi, and with me tonight, the Mindy to my Mork, my beautiful co-host, Miss Tiffany Mason.
Ooh, I wish I knew the little sounds that Mork and Mindy always made, and I would do that, but I don't know what they were. Or
I'm almost
some
afraid
hand
to
thing.
ask about the sounds. If you are new to the show, this is your source for the latest news, reviews, and interviews. So if you would like to join in, comment, or fire off any questions, please head over to jfranzi.com. And as we say, if you feel froggy, please head over to jfranzi.com/live. And you can join us right here live to ask us questions, make your comments, or make fun of us. We don't care.
Jay doesn't care. I'm sensitive.
There you go. All right, Miss Tiffany, before we get started, let's talk about the question of the day. Who are some underrated male vocalists? Who are some underrated male vocalists? Don't answer now. Save it.
Forever hold
And
my
if you would
peace.
like to participate in our little reindeer games, go ahead and put your responses in the comments, and we will read them a little later in the show. Huh? Nice. Let's kick this thing off tonight. I saw an article today, an article that I thought was humorous, but let's go ahead and review it a little bit, and you can give me your thoughts and see what you think.
Okay.
The article was the 25 most important countrymen of the last 25 years.
Wow.
These are ranked
Jeepers.
now. 25 most important countrymen. I don't know why the women aren't important, but the men are in this article. So I'm going to go down the list.
Chauvinistic pigs who made the list.
25 is a lot to go through, but I'll go through them quick. Maybe we can spend a little bit more time on the top 10, but I'm going to go through the honorable mentions of the remaining 25, and you can give me your opinions if you think they belong on a list of the most important people of the past 25 years.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
All right. Number 25, hockey player.
Dierks Bentley.
You got it. Look at you. We're on a roll tonight. First one, Dierks Bentley. Do we think he's one of the most important men of the past 25 years when it comes to country music?
Well, what I want to know is, are they giving any reasons why? Because I don't have a Rolodex of what every country artist has been up to.
You're going to want me to read? I'll tell you what. I'll read when we get down to the top 10.
Yeah,
because
okay.
otherwise
So I don't know.
we will be here all night long.
The fact that he was snarky with you at hockey, no.
You got to realize I'm a Bostonian and I enjoy that banter, but yes, we got in a few scuffles when we were on the ice. It says he's got rare influences that include bluegrass and Americana. So, okay, I can kind of see that. Number 24, Jamie Johnson. Number 23, Kid Rock.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I think I told you that I saw his little walk down Broadway with the guy from the news channel. And I mean, I was pretty impressed by the interview, quite honestly. And I think he made a pretty big impact on music. So I'm going to go with yes.
Okay. It says with his song Pitcher, he carved his way into the country music scene.
I do love that song. And remember, I recommended it for the playlist for the long car ride drive.
Oh, so you got to take some credit. I get it. I see where this is going already.
I need to validate my choices.
Understood. I like Kid Rock. I do. I don't know if he's one of the most influential people in country music or influential men in country music.
Men, yeah.
Yes. But I do like him.
Also, if it's not even just on the music, but if it's on I think that he had a fashion following.
He is rather unique. Number 22, Kane Brown.
Ooh, love me some
I know you
Kane
like
Brown.
Kane.
I want to hate that song so much, Backseat Driver, but I love it. God, I love it.
He's already made his debut in the Grand Ole Opry. I mean, he's got a number of singles out. I mean, constantly on the Billboard charts.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in the past 25 years, I don't know. There's got to be more. Like number 21. I can go with number 21. Luke Bryan.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like Luke Bryan. And all I can think about every time I hear Luke Bryan's name is there was a group of girls I know that just said he's got the best voice in country music.
Oh.
I don't know if that's
Have
true
they
or
not
not.
seen George Strait's?
I'm happy to say no on both accounts. But I do like
think
Luke
of Luke
Bryan.
Bryan, I always think of, didn't he take his brother's kids when his brother passed?
I don't know, but that would be sad as hell.
Yeah, I want to say that's what happened.
Oh, well, yeah. Thanks for that one.
That should be an uplifting story. I mean, it's sad that they lost him,
yes,
but
it's sad and uplifting at the same time. But, ooh, man, that's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Luke Bryan, I like Luke Bryan. And as I've mentioned in the past, we do have his song on the playlist of mine and my daughter's road trip.
Kick the Dust Up?
No.
Play It Again?
Play It Again, yeah. I like it. And I still hear that song on the radio regularly.
Yeah, I do too.
I heard it just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Number 20, Jelly Roll. I feel like this list is a little bit more current than in the past 25 years. Or maybe, I'm going to hold judgment, but maybe the older artists are in the top 10.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can see the whole list. Maybe
Well, actually,
you
I
know
can't.
that.
I waited.
Oh.
I did. I waited.
Wow.
And this list is so spread out that I can only see one number at a time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Level playing field.
Yeah, so we are experiencing this at the same time.
Wow.
Oh, we are crazy people. Sam Hunt, number 19.
I mean, I think, yes, actually, not most influential, but influential in the fact that he started that. I really don't know what the genre is called, but I call it like rap country, where he talks really fast. You know, he's not really rapping, but he's like saying the words and then
Right.
he's singing. And I feel like that was a new kind of style. Yeah.
All right. I'll give it to you. I didn't think about it that way, but yes, I'll give it to you. I think of it more like he's just hasn't been around that long,
No, you're right.
but yeah. Number 18 is Zach Bryan. Not Bryant, but Bryan. I've been listening to
only do that with
Zach
Luke.
Bryan a little bit more often lately, and I'm starting to get into him quite a bit. Something in the Orange.
I like that song a lot.
That is an amazing song.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Yeah. Glad to see him on the list. Number 17, Sturgill Simpson.
Sorry, we have to back up.
Okay.
I
Back up to
also
what
think
number? I mean, back to
Just
25?
where we just were.
Want me to start over?
Just where we were. No, just Mr. Zach.
Number 18, Zach Bryan.
I think that he too is bringing up another style of music, another, I don't know, style, because it's kind of folky, but it's definitely something different.
Yeah. No, I like him. He's got a little bit of edge to him. I like all that stuff. In the first line of their description, I said I wouldn't really get into the descriptions till later, but the first line says, simply put, Zach Bryan said F the machine and became his own type of country superstar.
Oh,
Well, there you go. Backing up your statement. Number 17, Sturgill Simpson.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I. But I'm glad you made the list. I don't know why you're on the list. He's a Grammy winner whose grassroots fan base has swelled larger than a meadow.
Okay.
In some
you,
ways, he's like
ChatGPT,
Eric
for that.
Church with less marketing. I like Eric Church. I don't know. Now I'm going to have to put that on my list. See, I gave myself homework. We didn't have to do this list. We didn't have to do this at all. And now I have homework. All right. Moving on. Number 16, Darius Rucker. You know what? I like that he's on the list. I think if this list was called something else, I think I would be okay with it. But most influential It's tough. I like Darius Rucker. I almost like his country music as much or more than Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, no, I like it way more.
Do you?
Yes.
I like Hootie and the Blowfish too, but I do like Darius Rucker as a solo artist.
Yeah. I like him better on his own.
Okay, don't get carried away. Number 15, the best ass in country music goes to George Strait.
Woohoo!
Now, come on.
Seen that
15.
boy in those Wranglers?
See, this is where we're going to have a problem. George Strait should be number 1, if not number 2, to Garth Brooks.
Oh.
That should be the running for 1 and 2 right there. So
why do you think that?
Because they're the 2 biggest superstars ever in country music. They've influenced everybody under the sun. See, I'm mad at this list now. Number 15. I was okay with the newcomers being on the list, especially high up on the list.
But you want the OGs a little higher.
Well, most influential. George Strait.
I'm sorry, Jay.
George Strait. How many number 1s did we see he had? 60?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry,
Good
George, but
memory.
I think you deserve it, and Tiffany thinks you have a nice house. If you'd like to come on and talk to us about either one of those things, we will be happy to entertain you. jfrancie.com/live. Number 14, Jason Isbell.
I do not know this artist, but I know that I interviewed somebody on my podcast about one of his songs, and that guy was all about some Jason Isbell.
He looks kind of nerdy.
Oh, well,
I mean,
you can't judge
be
a book
fair,
by its cover.
he dresses the way I dress when I go into meetings and stuff. So if he looks nerdy, I look nerdy. But not saying that isn't necessarily a bad thing. He's got some hip glasses on in the picture, but he's wearing a blazer and a button-down shirt. It looks cool.
Well,
I'll give it to him. He
That's
looks
just a
sharp.
professional look. I don't feel like that's a nerdy look.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the glasses and the way he's got his hair done.
Okay.
He kind of, you know what he reminds me of? 2.5 Men, the nerdy brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's what he looks like.
Charlie's brother, I believe.
Charlie's brother, yes. Alan.
Yeah.
But I don't remember what
Yes.
Alan's real name is. It's all right. He's a popular actor. He doesn't need my recognition. Oh, give me a break. Number 13, Garth Brooks. I'm calling foul right now.
I was going to say, you better call these people.
Calling foul, and I'm disappointed in the name you've chosen for your list.
I need to let you know that John Cryer is
John
Alan's.
Cryer, yes. Thank you very much.
No problem. I mean, maybe we just throw this whole segment out.
Might have to. Editing is going to be a bit when it comes to this. I might rearrange it and put these in the order I think. We'll see.
Maybe
we'll see how this
we are
goes.
like the guy who said F to the machine.
F to the list.
Well, now I'm wondering who they think is more influential.
Well, number 12 they think is Alan Jackson. I think Alan Jackson deserves to be up on this list, but not ahead of Garth Brooks.
Agreed.
Okay.
Did Alan Jackson do a whole bunch of performances for the troops?
He did.
I kind of thought so. So I wonder if that plays into it a little bit, like what they've given back to the country or what they've done for the troops, you know? I don't know.
It's possible.
I would think Garth has done some of that too, but I don't remember ever hearing it in the news.
Yeah, Garth Brooks has done a lot of that stuff. He's done it with his wife as well.
Oh,
Yeah. They all seem
done
to
a
give
lot of
back.
stuff with his wife.
He's done a lot of stuff with his wife. And apparently, and he's being accused of doing some
No.
stuff with some other people.
No.
I said accused. I mean, I don't think he did it. I think, you know. Moving on. All right. Number 11, Brad Paisley.
What?
What, you don't like Brad Paisley?
I do. I
like him for the simple fact that his wife is hot.
yeah.
His wife is definitely hot. I like his wife.
I don't
She's
think
funny,
that
too.
that was part of the criteria for these men.
We don't know. Apparently, they have a way of doing it on their own. I think Brad Paisley is not only a great country singer, but he's an amazing guitar player and songwriter. He's clever, and you know, I'll give it to him. He deserves to be up on the top 10. I don't know if And this is for the last 25 years, because if we're going to go further back, we got some other people that should be on the top 10.
Yeah.
But if we're doing the past 25 years, Brad Paisley deserves to be in the top 10, just not in front of Garth Brooks or George Strait.
Agreed.
All right. Number 10, Luke Combs.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, I like, again, been listening to him a little bit more often these days, but he's 4-time diamond certified at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. But yes,
I think that was last week we reported that.
We did see that. I remembered.
I'm proud of you.
It's also written right down here in this article. Number 9, speaking of amazing guitar players, it would be...
I don't know. Be nice to me. Be nice to me. I just don't know.
Keith Urban.
Oh, okay.
He is beyond good at the guitar. And we're talking about underrated people. He doesn't get the credit he deserves for playing that guitar.
The Aussie's pretty good with the strings.
He's good with his fingers. Same thing with Brad Paisley. He's good with his fingers, too.
That's what his wife said.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know either of those things firsthand, but to land a wife like either of theirs, maybe there's something to that. His wife is very nice. I had a chance to meet his wife. She was very nice.
Yeah.
Number 8, my favorite number. If you out there in the crew would like to make note of that, number 8 is my favorite number. And number 8 goes to Jason Aldean.
Ooh, good call.
I like Jason Aldean. I like him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt Road Anthem, amazing song.
Try that in a small town. I love the controversy. And also, freaking try that in a small town.
Right. I don't know why there's controversy on that. I mean, that is the dumbest thing in the world to me. But it's a great song nonetheless. And he's a great artist. Does he deserve to be above Garth Brooks or George Strait? No.
No.
And you know what? I think he would say that as well.
I think that he would say that as well, too. I interviewed a lady and asked her, what song she picked. And she picked a song by Jason Aldean. And she was in Las Vegas during the shooting. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if it's maybe how he handled that.
That's a good point. I used to live right down the road from where that shooting was.
Really?
Yes, ma'am. The days of the comedy.
Scary. Ooh, that's scary.
Number 7. I'm laughing because of the picture. Sorry, I know this is an audio show, but the picture is a button-down shirt that is opened all the way down to the belly button and not a single hair on the chest.
Is it Kid Rock?
We've already had Kid Rock on this list.
I know.
Number 7 goes to Tim McGraw.
Oh, your favorite.
I have nothing against Tim McGraw. I just... He admits he's earned my respect by saying he's not the greatest singer, that he's a performer. So he did earn my respect by saying that, because not everybody can be the best singer in the world. But he is a good performer. He's a great actor. I'll give him that. He's a better actor than he is a country singer. But he made it as a country singer first, and I love his songs.
I really liked him and Faith Hill as a couple. I think everybody liked watching them, speculation that they were a couple and then they got married, and I don't know. I think everybody liked it. I did.
I'm going to stay off that story. We're going to move on.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yes, there was a lot of controversy over that couple, how they got together and all that stuff. It was a big deal in Nashville for a while.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Anyways, moving on.
Yep.
Number 6, Blake Shelton.
Oh, I can see that one 100%.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, because he's doing the shows, different shows, and then his what?
They were talking about him on the radio today that he got fired from The Voice.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, they said he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He was. Oh. I didn't realize he got fired from The Voice, and I don't know that to be true. It's just what they said on the radio today.
Yeah, well, it's probably true.
He seems like a nice guy, but he does seem like he's opinionated.
He could, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
I could see that.
Opinions are good. Number 5, Morgan Wallen.
Oh. I really like Morgan Wallen, but I really am not impressed with his behavior. I don't think I told everybody, you and the crew. Oh, I told you, but not the crew. I got the Morgan Wallen 3 record vinyl set. I don't know how you say that, for Little Miss Hannah.
I think that worked.
Okay. Triple vinyl set.
Don't get carried away now.
For Hannah. She's going to go see Morgan Wallen in Miami with my husband. And yeah, it kind of pained me to give money to, I don't know how much more I want to say, but it pained me a little bit.
We're ruining the opinionation part of the show. I said I would read a little bit more. It says here, the Dangerous album broke every streaming record.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. He's a good singer. I mean, I'll give it to him.
Yeah. Again, I like him.
And I kind of like his redneck haircuts that he's always got, like kind of mullet-ish.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Well, it's kind of like a half mullet.
It is. It's not, he doesn't fully commit.
He doesn't fully commit in the front or the back. He's got a wave that comes down to at least his eyes. So,
Yeah.
Apparently we're given fashion sense too. One more thing we just don't have the credentials to give opinions on, but hey, why not?
Come here for the latest, greatest news and interviews.
In fashion sense. Number 4, I do believe this person belongs in the top 10. Still, I cannot stop saying it. Garth Brooks and George Strait should be at the top of the list. I don't care which one of those you want to put in the number 1 slot, but they should both be 1 and 2 for sure. But number 4 is Eric Church.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I like Eric Church, and I think Eric Church might just be in the proper number.
Oh, wow.
I think he's probably number 4 on the list.
What street cred are they giving him?
Well, let's see here. It says that everybody on this list has 2 things in common: an original voice and something to say.
Oh.
From there, it's just a matter of influence and innovation.
Oh, okay.
Well, if everybody on the list has that, what makes
How
him
did
special?
they decide? Right.
It says that he's innovated in every album that he has done, from the early songs straight through to the later.
Okay. Well, they're the authority. We're just simply bashing.
Criticizing them.
Criticizing. We are criticizing.
Number 3, Toby Keith.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes.
Okay. I like Toby Keith. I got nothing bad to say about the man. And I think he deserves to be in the top 10 for sure.
Toby Keith has been on my mind in this list. I wondered if he was going to make it. And for me, a lot of it is his patriotism.
Yeah.
So.
But he's one of those people that you could understand if he wasn't on the list. You could understand why he might not be, but I think he deserves to be. All right. Number 2, Chris Stapleton.
Most influential? I mean, I know everybody, like, the minute that man came on the scene, man, they were smitten.
They said he changed the landscape. When he took the stage with Justin Timberlake in the 2015 CMA Awards, he killed bro country. There you go. That's his claim to fame, is that he killed bro country.
Was he on one of the shows? American Idol? I thought he was on one of the country one.
So.
Wasn't he on the country one?
If he was, I'm not aware of it. He was on the People's Sexiest Man Alive list.
No, he was.
Says it right there. 521 weeks after his release, he's still at number 13 on the Billboard Country Album Charts.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. So, yes, I mean, I think talent-wise, he deserves to be on the list. If this was a talent list, yes, he should be on the list.
Says he was not on any of the major singing shows.
If we ever get the opportunity to have Miss Billie Joe Jones come back on the show with us, I would like to talk to her. She just announced that she is going to be on The Road, the show that you brought up.
Yes. I was listening to your interview with her, and she was talking, very circling around. She was like, yes, I have a lot going on January through March. I can't do anything. And you guys were definitely poking the bear trying to get her to admit it. And I was like, wait a minute. I remember seeing she was on that show, The Road. And so, yeah, I think it debuts in September or something, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's coming up, but she just made the announcement, so it's safe to say now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to watch it now because of Billy.
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it. I was going to watch it to begin with. I was going to watch it before I had to be bribed to watch it, okay?
Okay, well, that's good for your loyalty to the show. I'm loyal to our guests, and that's Miss Billy Joe Jones.
Oh, burn.
All right, number one.
Okay, number one.
I do believe this man belongs on the list.
But not
number one. Top 10, I would give him Mr. Kenny Chesney.
Oh. That feels disappointing to me.
He seems to be hungry to make country music.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Opening sentence of this article says, Kenny Chesney seems to be hungry to make country music.
Huh.
Each album is packed with original themes.
I will say we went to go see one of his concerts, and his stage set was amazing. I mean, it had half of a plane or a whole plane. Anyway, I mean, it was a prop, clearly, but it was very impressive, the amount of work that went into his set for his concert.
I think if we want to, I think he's country music for sure, but he's brought that whole beach feel into country music.
He's like the new Jimmy Buffett.
Right. That's exactly what he is. I mean, but it's the Jimmy Buffett of country music.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's an influence, and it's a unique thing. I don't think there's anybody else doing anything like him. Again, I don't think he's the best singer in the world. He's good, if not best friends with Tim McGraw. So I think maybe that's something they have in common, that neither one of them are the best singers in the world. They just know how to spin it and make it work, which is a talent all within itself. Anyways, there you go. Congratulations
that was fun.
to those on the list.
Well, Jelly Roll and The Rock. I mean, you guys.
I guess had a jelly roll for dessert tonight.
Not the same Jelly Roll. Not the same.
Well, Lord, I hope not. Sorry.
So that's okay. So Jelly Roll and Dwayne The Rock Johnson have been texting for almost a decade now. After phone calls and texting, they finally got to meet in person. Needless to say, it was a long time coming.
So we swiped right.
I was thinking, he's doing all these collaborations, and I was like, okay, this is a different kind of collaboration, but still staying in the
I don't want to know
theme.
what kind of collaboration it is.
They're friends.
Aww.
Okay, Zach Top, we talked about him with Miss Scarlett. She was fun to have on the show. He's earned his first I Never Lie, which I love that song. I love that he's just
first I Never Lie.
Sassy. Sorry, his first number one hit with his song I Never Lie.
There you go.
I was so excited to say what I thought about the song. The sentence structure wasn't important.
Whatever. We never claimed to be the best at this job. We just do it.
Yes. Well, he had an interview on Taste of Country Nights, and he spoke about how he and his music have evolved ever since topping the charts, which is kind of funny to me, or has me scratching my head, because it hasn't been that long.
No.
So how much changed in the last 6 months or 3 months?
Well, he's been around a little bit longer than that, I'm sure, but nonetheless, he's had a hell of an impact.
Song.
No, but
I Never Lie. The song hasn't. Yeah, and he's saying he's evolved ever since his song has topped the charts.
Yeah, give him another 6 months, he'll be on that other list. Top 25 most influential. He'll probably knock George Strait off the list. Just saying.
I got to see the butt.
Oh, nice.
Does he too wear Wranglers?
I'm sure he does. Everybody in country music seems to. We went to the CMA Fest, and every clothing booth there had Wranglers in it. It was like Western world.
Well, I mean, given the landscape of where we were.
Hey, doesn't mean you have to follow every piece of it.
Right. Okay, well, Mr. Jason Aldean, who was on our list, he is giving himself an ultimatum. He has tried golf, and if he does not get better at it, he's just going to quit playing it altogether. So he's given himself 6 months.
If that's the case, he's going to quit. Because I'll tell you, it takes forever to get better at golf, and 6 months is not enough time.
Right. I'll tell you what, Mr. Mason, he can hit that ball like 320 yards consistently.
Oh, golf. Okay. Why didn't you just want to make sure?
No, that sentence ends differently, Jay, if we're talking about other things.
Enter Sandman.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I.
I know you don't know what you're talking about.
Moving on.
Okay. Well, Mr. Tim McGrath, who we talked about, he's got a new look. He's got a new accessory on the date that he had with his wife, Faith Hill, recently.
Oh, I thought
there
was going to be a new Faith Hill.
No, it was. Do you know?
I believe it was what we would call a walking stick.
It was also known as a cane because I guess he had some back surgery.
He's got to be like the Bionic Man by now.
I was just going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Guess he's had a double knee replacement, rotator cuff, and more.
He can't walk through the metal detectors at the airport anymore.
But he's going to stick with his music career.
Yeah, because he can't do anything else anymore.
All right. Well, the next story is Mr. Morgan Wallen, and he is helping Christian singer Ann Wilson in her grief. Christian singer Ann Wilson is set to open for country hitmaker Morgan Wallen during his I'm the Problem tour in July and August. Ooh, I wonder if Hannah's going to get to see her. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. Although this will be her first time performing with Wallen, her adoration for his artistry hits deep for Wilson. His music was what got her through her brother Jacob's passing. He was killed in a car accident in 2017.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's just, again, sad. I don't like the sad stories.
I don't want to laugh. I don't want to cry. Sad song. I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to make you sad, but you want me to lift your spirits?
Oh, please, lift my spirits.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, my God. Okay. Post Malone was in Glendale, Arizona on June 21st for his Big A Stadium tour, and he hit the local dive bar while he was there. I guess that he was generous again. We mentioned it around Christmas time, I believe, that he had given a waitress a large, generous tip, and he has done it again. Left a big tip for everyone to pay their bills. So
nice. He is
pretty
the man.
Amazing.
I'll give it to him. Again, I don't necessarily know if he's the best singer in the world, but
he's like collabing with other artists, and he's collabing with like America, where he's Post Malone should be on there for most influential. Because he has such a unique voice with I don't know, what do you call it? What do you call a fast vibrato?
Fast vibrato.
You call that anything? Okay. Well, he's got that really fast vibrato. And then he went from like, I guess, hip hop or R&B or something. I don't know. And then he came over to country. And then he's been doing all these collaborations. And when he's in the bar, he'll just sit down and play with the people. And he's giving these amazing tips to just everyday Americans. I mean, why wasn't Post Malone on that list? Jeepers.
That's true. It just hasn't been enough time.
Excuse me. Some people that were on there.
I know. I agree with your theory. I'm just saying.
I mean, I think we need to write into those people who made that list.
We do. We need to
I like that you said when you introduced it that you thought it was kind of funny. And it is kind of funny.
It is kind
Not
of funny,
ha-ha
like
funny.
ha-ha.
No, it's like F you funny.
Oh, F you funny. Gotcha. According to the story, that the average person's bills are $5,000 per month.
Oh.
And Post Malone left $70,000.
Wow.
For 15 people. 15 employees got bills paid for 1 month. $69,615.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
That, I say, at least puts him at the top of the nice guy list for sure.
Except for if we're in a dive bar, did the barfly also get his bills paid? Or did his tab just get paid off? Did the lot lizard get her bills paid off?
I don't know. You think about it, he just essentially walked in. There's probably 15 employees working. He gave them all $5,000 each.
Lucky day. That's the day I go buy my lottery ticket.
Nice.
I mean, I guess it feels like you already won the lottery, so you maybe would take it for granted, but I'd try to double down, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Okay. Well, Mr. Willie Nelson, he was on tour, and they were hit by a storm. June 29th, they were in Missouri, toppled trees, dumped heavy rain. During the Outlaw Music Festival, it wrecked the gear, and it forced cancellation of Willie Nelson's July 1st show in El Reno. Thankfully, Nelson's beloved guitar Trigger was unharmed. Organizers issued refunds and confirmed the July 4th picnic in Austin will proceed as planned.
All right. Don't want to put any bad luck out there, but man, he's old to be still playing.
What did we say last week?
162 or something.
Yes, I think that's what it was. Okay, so Beyonce was in the news. Oh.
Sorry, what? I don't quite know if I heard you correctly.
Okay, well, Beyonce was in the news.
Oh.
And if they have top 25 most influential women, she best be not on that list. Okay, that's all I've got to say. Okay, but the person who was on the news story was Gavin Adcock. He was criticizing Beyonce's Grammy-winning album, Cowboy Carter, and claiming that it ain't country and it undermines longtime country artists. He later softened his tone, expressing respect for her achievements. And I thought this was so funny. Okay, so however this was copied and pasted into our document, achievements is underlined in red, like it's an error. And I laughed so hard inside my little heart, thinking, right, her achievements, laughable. But anyway.
Nice.
No, she has done some good things, and I did like her song, even though, I don't know, it didn't feel country to me, and there's still controversy.
And she's one of the best singers in the world. I'll give it to her. And her music is fine. It's just not country music to me.
Yeah. Well, I sent you the article. She actually was performing some songs from the Cowboy Carter album during her concert. And she comes down on this car, and she's got a harness on, thank God, because she's like in the middle of getting ready to start the song or in the middle of the song. And all of a sudden she's like, stop. Like the car is stuck midair. It's not coming down. And she's just stuck there. So,
well, it also started to tip.
Yeah.
It was like the car was going to fall.
Mm-hmm. Which I never thought of it, but thank God that they do look out for the artist. And she was in a harness. So worst case scenario. Although I also thought about all those fans under that car. I was like, oh, crap. I hope it's made out of styrofoam. Because, yeah, that was not good. All right. Well, Mr. Shabuzi, he is making a video for the song Home, and he backed up traffic a little bit. So it says Shabuzi and Dallas rapper Big, I don't know, X the Plug, released a visually striking new video for their single Home. It was shot in the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge during peak rush hour. Why would you pick peak rush hour? Maybe because the sun is setting? Like, what kind of a D-bag are you? Anyways.
You wanted cars. You wanted it to look like it was traffic.
I guess. The filming shut down the lanes and caused major gridlock, featuring shots of frustrated drivers, including newlywed couples caught in the backup. Like, what does it matter if a newlywed couple was like, you're newlyweds, make the best of it.
Enter Sandman.
Oh my gosh, I'm never going to live that down. Nope. I will stop being honest.
No, please. That's the best part of this.
I know. I'm the kind of person like if my mouth doesn't say it, my face will. So you would know if I was lying. I'm a terrible liar. I get really nervous to lie to.
You got to stop now. Too many lefts that could be taken.
Okay, well, last thing to talk about is Darius Rucker. He is teasing a new album. Darius Rucker revealed plans for a new album inspired by his recent move to London. I almost like fell off my chair when I read that because I was like, how are you going to be a Nashville artist but live in London? Anyway, he's going to be bringing a quote unquote different flavor to his music. He also is launching in 2025 a tour starting July 10th. He continues his ventures in the wine business. So was he on our list? He was on the list, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you mentioned that, I was thinking of Hootie and the Blowfish. Then he turns to country music. Now he's gone to London and he's putting a new flair on country. And he's also in the wine business.
Laying a few stakes out there. Yeah,
I think so.
give it to him.
Good for him, diversifying his interests.
You mentioned the move to London. And right now, Nashville's it's probably the most growing city in the country right now. Mm-hmm. People are coming from California to avoid Donnelly taxes, but it's an entertainment place. So a lot of the actors are moving to Tennessee, into the Nashville area and all that. But what makes it funny to me is a lot of the country artists are now buying houses outside of Nashville. So,
I don't blame him.
I mean, it is getting congested. I know I left because it was getting congested. And when I say congested, I'm not talking about a little bit. I'm talking about a massive amount of congestion. What used to be a 10-minute drive to get yourself into downtown Nashville is now 40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it just becomes where it's just not worth it. I mean, that drive up to Nashville, when we got stuck in Atlanta, and I just thought, like,
No.
how does this ever happen? How, like, you couldn't get enough roads. At one point, there were 7 lanes in just the direction I was going. So there were 5 or 6 on the other side to match. And I thought, oh my gosh, there's so many, so many people here, so many cars. Like, I don't understand it. It was funny because we were in the traffic and then Hannah looks at me and she goes, Mom, what causes traffic? Because isn't everybody trying to do the same thing, like go the same direction or, you know, get to where they're going? And I said, yes, Hannah, it's a very perplexing question that I think we've all had at some point. Like, we're all trying to go as fast as we can in the same direction. So how is it getting so backed up or whatever? It's very frustrating. Well, maybe because
Shabuzi's doing videos, stoplights. I mean, there's all sorts of issues. All right, moving on. Question of the day.
Ooh, here we go.
Yes, see? Now, it's all about the men tonight, so maybe next week we can make it all about the women. But who
As
are...
it should be.
Well, yes, that's why we save them for last. It's the best for last. You are not going to disappoint me by saying women are better than men. I've been saying that my whole life. Anyway.
Gosh, you're like the smartest man in the room.
Yeah, tell that to my wife. All right. Who are the most underrated male vocalists in country music? Who are the most underrated, I'll say it again, the most underrated male vocalists in country music?
Is it Yosemite Sam? I say.
Say it again. Oh, we have taken a left. Chris says Joe Nichols.
Okay.
A smooth, classic tone, yet he never gets the credit that he deserves vocally.
I agree.
Starting off strong.
Starting off strong.
I like it. Thank you, Chris.
I agree.
Joe Nichols, very good. Jessica says Gary Allan. That raspy, emotional voice can break your heart in one line.
I will tell you, Gary Allan is one of the few people that when his songs come on, I turn the channel.
Jessica, send your hate mail to Tiffany at jfranzy.com.
I still love you, Jessica.
Michael says Tracy Byrd, a smooth, traditional voice. He wasn't on that list, was he?
No, isn't that who I sent you, the song?
Tracy Byrd, Watermelon Crawl. Samantha says Easton Corbin. Easton Corbin.
Easton Corbin.
I'll wait till you stop laughing at me. And then I'll read her comment. He carries that great George Strait tone. See? George Strait. The comparison to George Strait.
Who should have been number one or two?
Number 1 or 2.
I think one, because isn't he older than Garth Brooks? So maybe he had like some influence on Garth Brooks.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably the case. The only reason why I would say Garth Brooks is because he brought the world back to country music.
Oh, okay.
Country
I like
music
that theory.
was failing miserably until Garth Brooks came along.
Oh,
And
okay.
he single-handedly put that spotlight back on country music, and it boomed like nobody's business.
Now, I do love Friends in Low Places because it's my dad and I song. But my really favorite Garth Brooks song is Standing Outside the Fire. Oh, I get so fired up hearing that song.
They both, endless amounts of good songs out of those two.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, moving on. Robert says Josh Turner.
Ooh. Yeah.
Everyone knows the deep voice, but his control and smoothness are truly world-class.
He does have a good, nice, thick, rich, full, deep voice.
Oh, thank you for finishing that sentence.
I always finish, Jay.
Yes, you're lucky. You're lucky. My wife complains all the time. Landon says Rodney Atkins. Okay.
I got to look up something he sings. Oh, nothing's coming to mind.
Amber says Darryl Worley.
Oh, yeah.
Deep, rich voice, powered with emotion.
I think he has good storylines.
Mason says Clay Walker. His vocal ability and tone are unmatched. Ava says Phil Vassar. I think that Ava is following instructions with most underrated. But anyways, Ava says Phil Vassar. Phil Vassar is an amazing songwriter, an amazing piano player, and does not get the credit he deserves as a vocalist. I would say that for sure. She says he has an amazing range and warmth. All right. All right, Nathan, I think you're wrong, but he says Kenny Chesney. I don't think Kenny Chesney's a vocalist.
I think he's just middle of the road.
I think his
It's
charisma
not bad.
is what
Yes.
gets him. I don't think it's his vocal talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Olivia says Clint Black. I like Clint Black a lot.
Yeah.
And you know who's out with Clint Black right now? Andy Hull. Anyways, you're
I was going to say Andy Warhol, and I knew that was wrong, but I knew I was so
Andy
close.
Warhol. He used to be out with your guy there,
Lee Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood. Yeah. But he's out with Clint Black right now.
Awesome.
I would have liked to have seen him with Lee Greenwood because his son was also out, I believe, playing guitar at the same time. Derek says Vince Gill. Oh, come on. Underrated? I think everybody loves Vince Gill. And another amazing guitar player.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that you know, like, their additional talents. Because I don't know.
Not all
I don't
of
know
their
if they
additional
played
talents.
piano or...
Amy's not telling me about his talents. But, you know, right? Yes, Vince Gill is awesome. He's great, great singer, great guitar player. His guitar playing is right up there with Keith Urban.
I was just going to say.
So he's up
Interesting.
there. Emily, John Michael Montgomery. Whew, man, that man's got a voice. Yeah. Bradley says Tracy Lawrence, TL's Roadhouse. I was listening to TL's Roadhouse today.
Yay.
TL's Roadhouse is a great, great show.
Do you know, ever since I told you I listened to Paint Me a Birmingham, I have to listen to it like almost every day. I do not know what it is about that song, but I got to keep listening to it.
All right,
Mr.
fine.
Tracy Lawrence.
Miss Dina says Aaron Lewis.
I don't know Aaron Lewis.
Aaron Lewis, the lead singer of the band Stained, has moved over to the country world. Another raspy, powerful voice. Definitely heavy smoker that adds to that for sure.
Ooh, I like that sound.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Dave says John Prine.
I don't know who that is.
You've got some homework to do now. Hunter says Scotty McCreary. Scotty McCreary.
Love Scotty McCreary. Love. Do you remember when he was on American Idol and he would do that weird thing with his head and they would tell him to fix it?
I don't remember
I think oh yeah, he definitely finally fixed it, but he used to always do this like corny little thing with his head all the time. And they were like, no. I think Paula Abdul was on the show at the time. And she was like, no, you got to fix that. You got to look in the mirror when you're performing. You can't keep doing that.
I like him. I like him a lot. I got to see him open up for Brooks and Dunn. He did a great job.
I would love to see him.
Lauren says Lee Bryce. Powerhouse vocals.
True stories.
Raw emotion. Completely underrated, technically. I've had an opportunity to work with him in the studio several times, and I will tell you the man can sing. So definitely good. Not only that, but he's also a great songwriter.
How much I'm envisioning going into the studio and somebody's going to record a song, and I envision them like, singing the first 3 words and something gets screwed up. So then they start over again, they get the first 15 words right, and then something happens. And then they start over and they sing it again. So I feel like if I was working, right, like I would treat it like maybe a small concert for myself, right? Like a concert for one. And then I would be frustrated or disappointed that they had to keep starting the song over again. But then I would also be excited because, again, listening to Billie Joe's interview, she said that she, from time to time, can go in, sing it one time through, and done. So how often is one and done? How often does that happen? And how often does the scenario I was kind of explaining play out?
When I produce a record, the way I like to do it is I like the person to sing it from start to finish, no matter how good or bad. Just sing it from start to finish and get in the groove. Because if every time you stop a vocalist and say, all right, let's go ahead and try that one again, you're deflating them a little bit at a time.
Right.
So let the person sing it from start to finish and then go ahead and say, all right, let's go ahead and do it one more time. And I usually like to do 3 takes. And out of those 3 takes, I'm going for the raw emotion of it all. So I then comp together those 3, the 3 that were done from start to finish. So maybe, and I also don't like to just replace a word. I have and I will if it's needed. But what I would prefer to do is say, okay, on take 2, the first verse as a whole was better. And then on take 1, the chorus was good. And then you're mixing and matching whole sections at a time so it sounds natural when you listen to it back. What you're running a risk of is when you replace maybe just a word or 2, that it doesn't fit in or doesn't sound the same or it sounds out of place or maybe even the wrong tone.
Well, I'm thinking of podcast editing, right? Like if something goes wrong, I would prefer to replace the entire sentence because when you replace one word, they can be like super excited one day or the room tonality is different.
Right.
And then they go in that second day and they say it and then you try to put it in there and it's like sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, there's all sorts of variables when a singer has to come back on a different day. So I like to just get the full performance out and then go ahead and do it 2 or 3 times tops. That Maddie McCree record I played for you.
Yeah.
He recorded it from start to finish twice, every song, and he nailed it. So I will give him credit.
Wow.
All right, and credit to Lee Bryce. All right, let's go ahead and start censoring. Luke says Joe Diffie. Brittany says Chris Young. I like Chris Young. Joe Diffie was
I forgot
great,
about Joe Diffie. Yeah.
Emily says Billy Dean.
Billy Dean.
Sean says John Berry. That man's voice could stop traffic. Maybe that's where the video comes in.
Maybe John Barry knows Shabuzi.
Got another vote for Tracy Bird. Paul says Tracy Bird. Melanie says Neil McCoy. Chad says Craig Morgan. Ooh, Craig Morgan.
I like Craig Morgan.
One of my students went out and became his engineer. But
Oh, wow.
I listened to God's Country today, God's Country podcast, and they did an interview with Craig Morgan. And that man just earned all the respect in the world out of me from that interview.
Oh, wow.
He just seemed like just a nice guy. They barely talked about music at all. It was just
Oh, wow.
hunting and everything else that they do,
Yeah.
playing video games, stupid stuff. But he's just a down-to-earth person.
So I know that like you could be the worst person and sing like the coolest song or the most meaningful song or whatever, right? So it's not necessarily a direct reflection of the artist, but that's what I love about Sundays, and he sings that.
Yeah. Another vote for Phil Vassar by Tyler. Dylan says Wade Hayes. Rebecca says Aaron Tippin. All right, let's see if we can end on a strong one. Mike says Daryl Singletary. Didn't we already say him? Oh, here's one. We're going to end on this one. Lacey says
Better be good.
Zane Williams.
Jay, you got some splaining to do.
You know, you've got some explaining to do. You don't know Zane Williams. Zane Williams, I met him a long time ago when he was just starting. But he's very, very good. Very good songwriter, very good performer, very good singer. Check him out. Give you a little bit more homework to do.
Okay, well, Styx is gearing up to release their 18th album, Circling from Above, on July 18th, marking the band's continued creative surge.
I like Styx. I've always liked Styx. Too much time
I like
on
Styx
my hands.
too. And this lady the other day, we have like a little curb alert thing. I don't know if you have that in your area, but they're called curb alerts here. Everybody puts their crap out. You can drive by their house and pick it up. And she had Queen and Styx. And the post, normally like within the first half hour, somebody will claim the items, right? This was like 9 minutes. And I was like, oh, I want those vinyls. And I sent her like a private message, and I was like, I can be there at 10:30 today. This is like 9 o'clock. So it wasn't like it was going to take me very long. And so usually like if you can pick up fast, that's the seals the deal. I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, sorry, they're already claimed. And I thought, yeah, right. One of your friends texted you and said, give me those records.
Nice.
I was so bummed. I was like, oh, Styx and Queen. Like, oh, I just thought it was my lucky day, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
Styx, great band nonetheless.
All right. Deftones teased their 10th album, Private Music, during a London show, displaying visuals hinting at a July 10th release. Much speculation is building around this surprise debut.
Never been the biggest Deftones fan, but my daughter,
I don't know them.
my daughter Bella, for some reason loves them.
Bella's cooler than me. She knows more music than me. Probably because you're her dad,
I
but
think Bella's cooler than me. I'm not introducing her to these bands.
oh,
She found that on her.
she is cooler than you then.
She is definitely cooler than me. We went to an actual physical record store the other day, and we went through, and she was pointing out bands, and she's like, "Oh, I like this one," or "Here's a good one," and I'm like, "Really? How do you know these people?" I mean, unless they're playing songs on TikTok, how do you know these people?
I was just going to say, I feel like they get a lot of exposure from TikTok. And TikTok, I just have so much social media already begging for my attention. To add one more platform, I don't have it in me. I just don't have it in me.
addictive, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I can't. I don't have the time for it. I have a lot of time for TV. You know, you have no time for TV. It's probably because you make a lot of time for TikTok. I got no time for TikTok.
No, I do social media once a day.
Oh.
That's when I go to bed. When my day is over and I go to bed, I spend about an hour doing my social media, and then I can't do it. I've got too many things all day long. My wife works me to death. I'm telling you, she works me to death. She wants me to go out and make money. She says something about she likes to eat. Weird. I don't know what that means.
Demanding wife.
Yeah.
All right. Foo Fighters. Food. I think I said
Food fighters. My wife is a food fighter, and she wins.
Oh my gosh.
She's the heavyweight champion.
Okay.
I think she's at 300 pounds now. I don't know.
No.
She is.
She's not. Foo Fighters come full circle with today's song to mark 30th anniversary.
What song is it?
Full circle with today's song.
Yeah, but what song is it? Is it going to be a different one tomorrow?
I don't know.
The song
All
is
right.
called Today's Song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Foo Fighters, that's another one. My daughter loves Foo Fighters. That's the only one out of all the bands she seems to like that I can get behind. The rest of them I can appreciate, like Deftones and stuff. I can appreciate that stuff. It just doesn't do anything for me. But Foo Fighters, yeah, that's starting to enter into my world.
Okay. Just for everybody who's listening, so the way I read that sentence was very poor, and it's saying that that song is marking their 30th anniversary, but the word mark has a capital letter on it, so that is what confused me. Punctuation is
you
important.
have to explain yourself.
No, I wanted them to walk away understanding what the heck I was talking about, because I basically just said all the words that were there, but not in any sentence form that made any sense. So I looked at it again while you were talking, and I was like, what did I just do there? And it is because the M has a capital, so it threw me off, but it is marking their 30th anniversary.
There you go.
That one slipped by.
All right, fine.
That one got past me. All right. Judas Priest has released a powerful new cover of War Pigs as a tribute to their friends in Black Sabbath.
Nice.
You got to speak to
powerful
this
bands.
because I ain't got nothing here.
Black Sabbath, the original band that invented heavy metal. War Pigs was their big song, one of their big songs. And they not only created the heavy metal sound, but part of the sound came from the guitar player cut off a piece of his finger. So he still played guitar, but when it came to holding the strings down, it hurt. So he had to loosen the strings up, and it was very dark and ominous sounding. So that's how all that started.
Oh, interesting.
They got Ozzy Osbourne, and they're doing that last hurrah. The band is getting together for the last time, and that will support Ozzy Osbourne's documentary that's coming out. So there's a lot to tie in there.
Yes. Wow. Jam-packed in that one little sentence.
There you go.
Jeepers. Okay. Big J. Okerson. That's who you went to go see. Is that correct?
That is correct. He is awesome.
Well, his crowd work has a storied history as a part of the stand-up scene. It's always been a way to engage with the crowd in a fun way where they will know that moment is unique to that set. I think that is what makes crowd work so fun, is knowing that, like, it's not rehearsed. I guess it's kind of like improv, although I hate improv, but it's kind of like improv, but much funnier.
Oh, yeah. And he is the master. He is awesome. I know Matt Rife gets a lot of credit for crowd work, but I've seen both of them. I will tell you hands down, Big J is just leaps and bounds better at this point. They both can do the entire show of just crowd work. Yeah. But Big J doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. He's really, really good at it. And he's got a lot of experience. We talked about the experience of Matt Rife. He's, in a few more years, that man will be, he's great now, but in a few more years when he has the experience behind him, he's just going to be unstoppable. But Big J's already at the unstoppable point. Now, whether or not you like his humor is a different story. It's pretty bad, but I love it.
Raunchy or dark?
Raunchy. It's or dark. It just depends on the crowd, because what happens a lot is it starts by him singling somebody out in the crowd and talking to them. Sure. What do you do for a living, or that type of thing? And when you come up with whatever you do, he's got to think off of that. So it could quickly go either raunchy or dark. When it goes, it's not like a gradual transition.
Just right to the point.
The opening comment could be the darkest or raunchiest thing you've heard. So, like when I saw him, the very first person he singled out was this girl with huge boobs. Yeah. But it was because her husband had a shirt that said, "I love boobs." Right. So the whole conversation started off about boobs.
Well, and he was playing his cards right? He got to talk to the hot chick in the room, and, made his money. So good for him.
It was very good. Very, very good. Very
No
good.
opportunity missed.
There you go. But yeah, I'm a big fan of his. I watch all of his video clips. Definitely a big fan. I watch them over and over sometimes because they pop up in your feed over and over again. So
Yeah. And you're like, I don't know, it's Big J. It's going to be funny.
It's funny
so.
again. I saw it last night, but it's funny again tonight.
I get it. So like you're J and that's Big J.
Okay. I'm definitely not Big J. My wife will tell you that.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody
Good to know your place in this world. Do you remember when I told you sometimes what you say reminds me of my dad?
No.
Yeah, that was it right there.
That's my goal, is to remind women of their dad. I look for the ones with daddy issues. Moving on. Let's move on. Oh, recommendations. Let's move
Save
on to
yourself.
recommendations. All right. This is the point of the show where we punch the microphone. This is the point of the show where we recommend music to one another and see if we can open each other's eyes to some new music. We mentioned No Apology a few weeks back out of the Ukraine, and then we talked about Halocene the following week. Also a great band, great singer, also beautiful.
I don't know. She's like tacky 90s, tacky 80s.
Oh yeah, she goes overboard with makeup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, the chick from No Apology.
Oh,
She's a smoke show.
she is awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. She reminds me of those emails I get, the junk mail that says, "Would you like a bride from the Ukraine?" or whatever, and it shows all these
yeah.
beautiful women. This girl is beautiful.
That's weird. I don't get emails like that, Jay.
That's because your name starts with Tiffany.
Sure does.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Anyways, we talked about those two bands and we talked about them individually, and now we're going to talk about a collaboration of the two of them coming together and doing a collab of Motley Crue, Kickstart My Heart.
I would just like to know how, like, you know, they're DMing each other on social media and then they like email back and forth. They're pen pals and they're writing about how they love each other's music. And then I would love to know who was like, you know, I would love to know how that came about, the conversation. And okay, I'm going to do this part. I'm going to do this part. And there's not really like a cohesiveness between their looks per se, you know? So, I mean, their voices are very, very similar and mesh well. That's what it's like. It's like a mashup.
It's a blonde and a brunette.
That's a mashup.
Mashup. Video is fantastic. Yes, their voices complement each other very well. The girl from No Apology out of the Ukraine there is got an extremely powerful voice. It's a lower voice, lower register. She has a harder time pronouncing the English words, where the girl from Halocene is an amazing singer, but she's very clear. She enunciates very well.
I'm a
Better
big
than I do.
fan of enunciation.
There you go.
No, I just think it's really cool that you brought that to our attention. I think it's cool that they're from different countries and somehow they connected and they made this awesome music video. And no, I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
All right. What would you like to recommend, my friend?
I would like to recommend Bottle Rockets by Scotty McCreery. We were talking about him earlier. Like the words of the song are, you know, these two kids are out and he's talking about the waves in the moonlight and cold beer in the can, her kissing him. And then she makes him pull out his guitar and sing. But then it's Hootie and the Blowfish. Hold my hand. Anyway, I just loved it so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really cool that Darius Rucker did a collaboration, but he sang his old stuff. It's just like such a great summer song. It's these two kids falling in love. And then like, come on, I want you to hold my hand. Oh, I just love it so much. Anyways, and I did not love Hootie and the Blowfish because Darius Rucker was always like, no enunciation. And that was my beef with him as Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah,
Whereas
fair
as a country
statement for
singer, As a country singer, I feel like he has more enunciation.
All right, my friend, what is going on with you this week?
This was a big week, Jay. Do you know what happened on Tuesday?
Tuesday was
Tuesday?
yesterday.
Oh my God, it was only yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Oh my God. My days are feeling so extremely long. Oh my gosh. Okay, yesterday, my girlfriend and I, Donna, we run a networking group called Bond and Beyond Networking, and we launch a new podcast, and it is called The Link Up Lounge, and it's all about networking. So I am a little bit more polished on that podcast, and I actually get the words right and complete thoughts. So if you want to see another side of me or hear another side of me, you can go on there and you can get more confident about networking and ideas for networking.
For swingers.
Nope. Nope.
It says
that's not
the Link Up Lounge.
The Link Up Lounge. It is the links that make you stronger. Connecting business one link at a time.
No swingers?
No swingers. Nope.
Right.
And then on top of that, so last month I think we were all I have a game night every once in a while, and my girlfriends were over and we're having this little game night.
Is this on the yacht?
It's not on the yacht. It's in my little tiny house, and
Tiny house.
and my friends came over, and
10,000
I was
square
talking
feet.
about how 10,000 square feet, and I was talking about how Hannah wanted to pierce her cartilage, and my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I could do that," and I was like, "Sweet," and she's my best friend, so I was like, "Well." I mean, I trust you. I'm one of those people. It's like, that sounds like a terrible idea. What time should I be ready? I'm that person. So I was like, sweet. So come over. So she's like, okay. So we were recording one of our episodes and I was like, hey, when do you want to do it? And she said, well, if we do it on the 4th of July, then her ear will be sore. And I'm like, well, she's going to see Morgan Wallen on the 11th. And these are all first world problems, right? And so we're trying to figure out when we can do it with the pain subsiding by the time of, critical dates. And she was like, well, why don't I just come over today? And I was like, yeah, okay. So I and Hannah got it's called your helix. I got my helix pierced. So I am officially lopsided. I got 3 holes on one side of my head and 2 on the other. So it was it's been a very exciting week. And I can't believe we're only on Wednesday.
My daughter has her helix.
Is that right? See, she's cooler than me. Dang it.
I don't know if she's cooler than you. It's hard to beat
Thank
you.
you, Jay.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow, you are a good friend. Thank you. What is going on in your world, Jay?
Well, thank you for asking.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, Jay. What's going on in your world?
I don't know if you'd be remiss or if you'd be
fired. Goodbye.
Oh.
2 days ago,
fired.
because my week is not quite like yours, but 2 days ago, Monday, I spoke to Stephanie Rabus.
Ooh.
That's what I said, Stephanie Rabus.
How the heck did I miss that?
Because you don't keep up. I'm saying.
Mad
Doors
at
always
myself.
open. Always
I
open.
know, I'm mad at myself.
You should be.
Wait, we should share with them. Last week, I think it was, I was thinking our interview date was the Monday date. And I was like, oh, I'm going to join you tonight. And Jay was like, I hope so, because it's Wednesday. I was like, oh, crap.
Yes. Well, you missed Monday.
Well, I tried to
was
be on
Stephanie
top of that, but
Rabus.
clearly failed.
Stephanie Rabus was amazing. She did a great job. She was a little nervous because it was her first interview, but she did great.
Aw.
It was a great interview, and she absolutely amazing. When I tell you a amazing singer, this girl is an amazing singer, and the sophistication in her songwriting is out of this world. So she sings songs that are memorable and easy to sing along with, but they're not predictable.
Love that.
Yes.
Throw me a curveball. God, I love that.
Yes, and she is.
I love when
great
I'm
at it.
singing along and I'm like, oh, they got me.
Yes, and some of them are like touching enough to jerk a tear out of you if you're not paying attention. So definitely check out the episode when it comes out on Monday. And, if you have an opportunity, Tiffany's crying over there right now. And if you have the opportunity to check out our music
You're
between,
out of me.
yeah, it's the only thing getting jerked around here. But anyways, so if you have the opportunity to check out our music between now and Monday,
your audience.
That's the problem.
I can't say crap like that.
I know the audience. That's the problem.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Stephanie Rebus, Monday night. Episodes
Sorry,
released
Stephanie,
on Monday.
Bring up your spotlight.
Amazing singer, great songs. Check out our music between now and then, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Stephanie Rebus. Oh, her dad reached out and said thank you for such an amazing interview and for taking care of his daughter.
Aw.
So
How sweet. I would expect that out of you if somebody interviewed your daughter.
absolutely, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Mason is not like that.
Doesn't care. Yeah, I get it. Doesn't care about his kids. Doesn't care about his wife.
He really cares about his kid and he really cares about his wife. But
Damn,
I don't think.
thought I was onto something.
I mean, he is in my phone as Prince Charming. So
He is.
yeah.
He's in my phone as Prince Charming as well. The only problem is he never calls me. One day he's going to call and that picture's going to come up. It's going to make my day. But until then, he's my future best friend. All right. And then, my daughter, we went away to Sandusky, Ohio, the beautiful city of Sandusky, Ohio. It's actually not bad. It's an old, what I would say is an old beach town, but there is a beach, but it's on Lake Erie. So,
Okay.
And our hotel, we stayed at this resort that was literally right on the water. So in our window, it faced the water.
So cool.
It was very nice. I mean, it was like a little porthole window. It wasn't a square window. It was round, and it was very nautical themed and all that fun stuff. But we were there because of my daughter's dance competition, nationals, the Super Bowl of her dance season. And
yes.
she was in 4 dances and got Platinum Plus on all 4 dances.
Talk about jerk.
Hey, this is my daughter here.
I was going to say, talk about jerking a tear out of you.
Thank you for finishing that sentence.
You always say that
Yes.
you would hand over your man card
Yes,
because you
you
always
can take
tear
my
up
man
when-
card. I shed a tear or 6.
I don't know. I mean, is it getting rid of your man card? I think that like makes you double platinum or something.
Okay,
It makes you
I'll
diamond certified.
I'll take some credit. Yeah,
Yeah.
See, I earned my man card by showing my feelings.
It's true. It's true.
I'll take
because
that.
you love your kid and you're very proud and you're overcome
Wait,
with
which
emotion.
kid are we talking about? Okay, yeah, I love that one. Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure we're good for a kid. Yes, I love all my kids, but Lucy, it was her weekend and her week, and she got Platinum Plus on all 4 dances. She was even invited for 2 of the 4 to go to what they called the big show, and they took all of the bests in shows and competed them against each other. So she got Platinum Plus on her 4, got to go to the big show with 2 of them, and those 2, both of them, she came in 3rd place. So
It's amazing.
3rd place out of the country.
And she's only 10, right?
She's 10 years old, and she's competing with like 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
She is a natural. I will give it to her. The pictures are online if anybody wants to check them out. The girl is expressive. I mean, she's just.
You must have
your.
your wife must have amazing genes.
Yeah, Levi's. I don't think they're amazing. I mean, they look better on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it never works out that way. No, she gets the looks from me.
I feel like you
Gets the
guys
talent
were
from me.
the talent. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I get it. No. Maybe it has something to do with the wife.
If you're gonna lie, you should have it be something believable.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. You guys were there a long time. That feels like too long.
Yeah, a week is too long. And the problem is with the big show thing, them winning the big show, the competition was through Thursday. And then if you get to the big show, you get to go on Friday. And if you won again, you get to go Saturday. She got both of those days. So I left. I left on Friday.
Okay.
I took Bella back home, the eldest. She wanted to spend some time with some of her friends and stuff like that. So, and what really sucked about the whole thing, I mean, I'm glad we get to go on vacation, glad we get to go with the kid, glad we get to see her perform and all that fun stuff. Great, yeah. But Cersei was in town playing, and I missed it. My understanding, the first time playing in this area, and I missed it. Almost got back in time.
Oh, that sucks.
If they played on Saturday night, I would have been all set, but they played on Friday night.
Oh. I'm sorry for you.
I called them up. I, said, hey, if you're in town, I'd love to take you to dinner or whatever. And they said they were driving in that day, so they wouldn't be available for dinner, but they'd be available after the show or talk or whatever, hang out. I probably could have made it for that part, but I would have missed the show itself.
Yeah.
Because it was only a 4-hour drive from where we were, but by the time we drove back and then got my kids situated and with her friends or whatever she was doing, and it would have been too late.
Yeah.
So I missed it.
That's too bad.
Yeah. All right.
Well, busy being a daddy.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's land this plane.
All right.
At least it's not a crash landing tonight. Huh? Rough landing, but maybe not a crash. All right. Well, we have done it. We have reached the top of the hour number 2, which does mean we have reached the end of the show. And if you've enjoyed the show, we would appreciate it if you would tell a friend. And if you have not, Miss Tiffany,
Tell 2.
Tell 2 of them, 6 of them, whatever you want to do. You can reach out to both of us over at jfrenzy.com, where you'll also find links to our socials and anything else you might need. Miss Tiffany, my friend, you got any final words for us?
Yes, sir. You bring the vibe, we'll bring the volume, and we'll see you next time.
Fair enough. On that note, have a good night.
Thanks for listening to The Jay Franzi Show. Make sure you visit us at jfranzi.com. Follow, connect, and say hello. This episode has been brought to you by VR Knives, your source for 100% custom knives made by a true rock star. So, if you're in the market for a new piece of art, reach out to VR Knives. 407-421-5528. 407-421-5528.